Good morning, children. How are you? I hope you must be good and taking care of yourself. At the same time, you must be studying very hard because very shortly in the month of October, your half-yearly exams will be starting. Now today for the English class, we will be covering two chapters. That is lesson number 11, verb, in which be, have and do is being explained. And then we will do lesson number 12, tenses, where we will learn the three kinds of tenses, that is present tense, past tense and future tense. Now children, let us see, we can take a quick recap what we have studied in our last video. We have studied about verb. Now what is verb? A verb is a word which expresses an action or tells something about a person or a thing. It shows what it is, expresses, shows an action what a person is doing, like I am writing, I am teaching, I am speaking. So, and or it tells about something about a person or thing, right? Let us see some example over here. We are going for a picnic. Now over here, what is verb? Which word is the verb? Are. Are going, right? Geeta has a medal, has a silver medal. Has. Aditi does not like loud music. Does not like loud music. Now over here, are going, has, does not like are the verbs. Verbs. It is in this thing showing about the action of a person or telling about a thing. Over here, silver medal is a thing. So Geeta has a silver medal. Now, if you see are, has, does, they are what? They are the main verbs. They are helping the verb to construct a sentence. And these verbs indicate, tells out about the time that the things are happening, right? The things are happening. So time is what? It indicates about the tenses. Present tense, past tense and future tense. Let us look over here. We know that verb like be, have and do, they are used when they are used as main or auxiliary verb. Now auxiliary verb, main verb and auxiliary verb we have done in our last class, in our last week. So you can go through the last video again to understand it more better. So we are going to see how we are going to use be, have and do. There are various forms of verbs for be, have and do. So let's see what are the various form of verbs for be. For be we can use is, am, are, was, were. I repeat again. For a be we can use is, am, are, was and were. For have we can use have, had, have, had. For do we can use do, does and did. So all these various form of verbs we can use in a sentence, and these form of verbs indicates about the tenses in the sentence, which is very important. Next, it also act as a main verb to help to support the verb. Like over here, let's see an example over here. I am writing an essay. Now, writing is a verb. Now, am is supporting, which in our small class we used to say helping verb. We used to say helping verb. So, am is helping the verb writing to indicate the tenses. So, I am writing an essay. So, at the moment, I am writing an essay. So what tense it will be? It will be present tense. Right? I had breakfast. I had breakfast. Now had it indicates what? Which tense? Past tense. Right? Now, I was doing my homework. I was doing my homework. Now, which doing is also a verb, but we have been it has been supported with a main verb, was. So was is there. Now the was is indicating which type of tenses? Past tense. Very good. So these are the examples which shows that how you identify the sentence through the sentence about the tenses. Now children, for the future tense, we have talked about present tense, we have talked about past tense, and now we will talk about the future tense. We use be, do and has. When do we use be, do and has in the future tense? When we add will or shall. Shall and will is added to indicate the future tense. Right? So, when do we add this thing? When does the sentence shows that it is a future tense? When will or shall is added. So let us see an example. We will be busy next week. We will be busy next week. So will be is the verb, and it is indicating which form of tenses? Future tense. Very good. I shall have completed our work by evening. I shall have completed. I shall have completed my work by evening. Shall have completed indicates which type of tenses? Future tense. Very good. Now we'll see the exercise A. The question is said, complete the sentence with the correct form of verb. That is, we have to add be, either do or have. Now the first sentence has already been done. Now we'll see the second sentence. The second sentence says Siddharth passed his final exam in accountancy. Now he has passed. So which verb we will use? Tense has. Siddharth has passed his final exam in accountancy. They disconnected his phone. Disconnected, which is past. Which tense we will write over here? Which verb? He had. Very good. We dash our homework in the evening daily. We do our homework. Right. Now, Manisha dash finished her homework before scheduled time. So, what it will be? Manisha has. Next is, oh dear, she missed. Now, missed is there, the bus. So, she has missed the bus. She has missed the bus. Now, Harish dash done. Odd verbs. Harish, what it will be? Harish has done. Has done odd works for the residents in the building last year. So this is how you are going to fill your work. Now let us see when to use be, form of noun. When to use be form of noun. Now we generally, when we are talking, we talk in a sentence. Now we know what is sentence. A sentence is a group of words which make senses. Now there are different kinds of sentences. First is affirmative, declarative, right? Negative and interrogative. You might have heard or learned about these type of sentences in your previous classes. Now, affirmative is this thing straightforward, simple sentence, and which has a factual या habitual form of sentence. Negative sentence is what? When there is not or no sentence is added to the no word is added to the sentence. Interrogative sentence is what? It is a question sentence when you are asking. So let us read these sentences which is written over here about Sudha. Sudha is tall. Sudha is not tall. Is Sudha tall? Right. So Sudha is tall is what it is telling. Which type of sentence? It is a affirmative sentence. Now Sudha is not tall. Sudha is not tall. Which type of sentence? Negative sentence. Now is Sudha tall? Is Sudha tall? Now is Sudha tall? Like what it is telling? It is telling that it is a interrogative sentence. Now, when to use be when we are talking about this thing negative sentence? When we are talking about negative sentence, when to use be? Now we know that be are what are the different forms of be? They are is, am, was, were. They are the different form of verbs which we use instead of be. When do we add? When we add not to form a negative sentence, when we are forming a negative sentence, so obviously you will be adding not. So when we are going to write not, so over here, I am not wearing my raincoat. Now over here, be. This is am is also be, as I told you. Be this thing in the various form of be is am. So am is also is a form of be. So I am not wearing my raincoat. So be over here is used after not. So it is be is used over here after not. After not. Now there are certain, like when we are using shall and will. When we are using shall and will, then we will use be before this thing. We will write no. We will write no before will. Right? Before the this thing will. Before will. We will not write after. Before before the not. So when we are using be with shall or will, we add not before be. Before be we will add not. When we are using be over here, we are using will, or if we were using shall, so we will write not and then be. But for plain sentence, like we will write before. When we will write the be before not. In interrogative sentence, when we are going to use be, we are going to use be in the beginning. The like over here, is Bunty coming with us? Question mark. Right? So be is used over here in the beginning of the sentence. So what are the different forms of be? Repeat it with me. Is, am, was, were. They are the different forms of be's, right? And we are going to use be not before after the be, and when the sentence has shall or will, it will be added before be. Not will be added before the be, right? And if the sentence is interrogative, it is always started with be only. Were you late? Were you late for the contest? So we will always write in the beginning for interrogative sentence. Now let's see what exercise B tells here. Read these sentences in your notebook according to the instruction. Rewrite these sentences, in your notebook according to the instruction in the bracket. So these sentences are given over here, and these are the instruction, right? And according to the instruction, we are going to do it. I have selected some sentences. Please see it. Chrissy will be collecting the exercise books. Now we have to rewrite a sentence and this sentence and converting this sentence to negative sentence. Now negative sentence means we have to use not. So now over here will is written. So as we just now we had learned that will be when there is a will, so not will be before the be. So Chrissy will not be collecting the exercise books. Chrissy will not. Will is over here, so I will write not before the before the be. Now second question, Kunal is feeling unwell. Now I have to convert this sentence to this interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence asking questions. Now as I just now discussed that when we are converting to interrogative sentence, so what we are going to do, we will use be in the beginning. The be word in the beginning, and the various form of the be's are what? Is, am, are, were, so have, had, they are. So I will use is, because is over here written. Is Kunal feeling unwell? Question mark. Is Kunal feeling unwell? Question mark. Now next sentence is interrogative sentence given. See, is there some rice left? Question mark. The question is asking, the sentence is asking. So it is a interrogative sentence, but I have to convert it to affirmative sentence, yani ki plain and simple sentence. So there are some rice left, right? There are some rice left. So this is how you will be doing some more exercises, some more sentence which is left over here. And children, if you practice on your own, if you do on your own, you will be learning more. And if we write and give it to you and you don't do it, so there is no point. You will not be understanding what we are teaching you. Now next we'll see how to use have. How to use have in a sentence. Now we have just now learned that the various form of have in the verbs are have. One is have itself, has, and had. These are the various form of verb which we have in have, has, and had. Now as I told you, the sentence generally which we speak or write are generally affirmative, negative, interrogative, and we all know what are these type of sentence. Like over here, the first sentence shows that I have seen a shooting star. I have seen a shooting star, which is a affirmative sentence. Now, I have not seen a shooting star. I have not seen a shooting star. Now, which type of sentence it is? This is negative sentence. Why? Because over here, not is mentioned in the sentence. Have you seen a shooting star? Which type of sentence it is? Interrogative sentence, because it is asking a question, right? Now, when are we going to use have? When are we going to use have in the negative sentence? We add the same have in the negative sentence generally after. after the have. Like over here, I have the thing in the I have used have and then not, then the verb. Second example we'll see over here. Salome has not come. So we are using have or has or had this thing after them. After them we are using not after the has, have or had, and they are to form the negative sentence. So negative sentence generally have not after has, have and had. Then next is when we use have. When their sentence has will or has, when any sentence has will or have, we generally use not before have. Before have we use it. Not we use it before have when a sentence has will or shall. Now when when we are converting to interrogative sentence. Now generally the interrogative sentence for have we start like, have you seen, have you understood the lesson? Question mark. Now I have started with what? Have. Right. Has anybody told about him? Told him about the plan? So for the interrogative sentence, we generally start with have or has. Like over here also you see, have you seen? So have, since it is an interrogative sentence, I have started with have. Over here also, since it is an interrogative sentence, I have started the sentence with have and has. Right, children? So we have studied about be and have. Now next we will see do. Now children, next we will see how to use do. So what we have learned just now, the various form of verb for do are do, does and did. So over here we will see some of the sentence I have written over here, which shows the type of the sentence, what kind of sentence they are. Reena does her homework, like it is surety, declared. So it is a affirmative sentence, does. Right. Reena does not do her homework. Now not I have used over here, so it is a negative sentence. Does Reena do her homework? So it is, now it is starting with a question, does, and it is ending with a question mark. So it is a interrogative sentence. Now children, it is very easy to add use do in the affirmative sentence, but when to add do in the negative sentence, when to add do in the negative sentence, we'll see. Generally we add we add not after the do. After the do. Like over here you see, Salome do not come to school every day. Salome do not. So I have added not. Negative sentence, you have to use either not or no. So it is like I have used not after the do. Over here you see, next example you see, again I have added not after does. Right. Now when to add when we have will or shall in a sentence, when we have will or shall in a sentence, then we add do, then we add not after do. Before do. We add not before do. Like over here, Sanu will not do any work. Sanu will not do any work. So when there is a will, I have added, we have to add not before the do. Now for the interrogative sentence, it is very easy. We always start do do with the in the beginning. Like over here, do you understand what I teach you? Like second is, does anybody knows the answer? So it has started with this thing in the beginning only itself. So hence we have understood, I have taught you when to use be, have and do. Right children? Now let us see exercise C. Now in this exercise it has, you have to change the sentence to interrogative. Interrogative means asking questions. So Payal has given away her old shoes. Has Payal given away her old shoes? We have started with has. Right. I have told my parents the truth. Have I told my parents the truth? Question mark. Next, Tanu and Manu have started a new company. So, over here I have written wrong. What it should be? It should be have Tanu and Manu started a new company? Question mark. It's very easy. Whatever the tenses has been given over here, you have to change this thing, bring it in front. Like over here, I had intentionally written it wrong, just to show that from have, from here it will come in front. Have Tanu and Manu started a new company? Question mark. From here have will come in front and you have to add question mark. This is how you will do the rest of the work. Now children, we have done lesson number 11. Now we are going to start with lesson number 12, that is tenses. Now I have written 3 sentences out over here. Let's go through it. I help my parents every day. I help my parents every day. I will help my parents every day. Now, these 3 sentences are more or less like related with my parents, every day, I. But the tenses, the verbs over here which I have used is help, but they are all in different form. The verbs are used in different form. First, I have said that I help my parents, which shows present tense. I helped my parents. That is, helped means past, which is past. I have already helped my parents. The action has already taken place. So it is called past tense. Now I will help my parents every day. I will. I am still planning to help my parents every day, but I have not started the work yet. I have not started to help my parents till now. So it is called this is future tense, and these all are in the form of which form of verb? Tenses. So what is tenses? Verb form which expresses time of action is called tenses. So what is this in tenses? The verb forms, all these forms, help, helped, will help, which expresses time of action. Help, I am helping just now. Help, I have done already. And will help, I am still planning to help. So it is expressing what? The time of action, and they are called tenses. Now there are 3 forms of tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense. So present tense are things which is happening now. I am teaching you now. I am talking to you now. I am writing on the board now. So things which are happening is called present tense. The past tense means the things which has took place already, which has happened, I have done. So by the time you receive my video, I have already taught you. So my videos are what? They are past tense. Right. Future tense is what? things is yet to happen, yet to be done. So in the next class I will be teaching you, I'll be also teaching you paragraph. So in the next class I'm talking. Now let's see the exercises over here. Exercise A says that complete these sentences with the simple present tense form of the verb in the bracket. In the bracket it is given and we have to write. First is already given. It is said Sandra is carrying her books to school. Number 2, Tom and Jerry. There are 2 persons, so it is plural. The verb will be are. Work together. You write over here, are working together. Your works together. Are working together. Right. Number 3, banks opens at 9 o'clock in the morning. Now let's come to the book. My kids do not enjoy playing football. Number 5, Sia and I leaves home at 8 o'clock every morning. Now let's see what does exercise B says. That complete these sentences with the simple past tense form. So past, like we have to simply add ed. So over here I waited for him for 2 hours. Number 2, she starts. What will be the past tense? Simple past tense of start. She started teaching at a young age. Number 3, I dash not say anything to offend him. I did not say anything to offend him. So rest you will be doing on your own. Next you come to C. Future tense, you have to fill in the blanks. So first is done. I shall help you with your homework. Now she dash here very soon. She will be here very soon, because future tense you have to write. Is the word given as verb at 8 o'clock tomorrow. So they will come at 8 o'clock tomorrow. I dash the money wisely. Use is the word given. So for future tense you will use I will use the money wisely. Number 5, we dash as soon as possible. Return is the word given to you. So we will return as soon as possible, and so on. This is it, children. Now for your homework, you will be doing the rest which I have not done, and I'll be also attaching the PDF. Please write it down, or else take out the printout of it. Now have a good day and stay good. Thank you very much.